On behalf of UNISA Science Engagement Center, we welcome you to the M2 Live Online Learning for the month of March. Thank you so much for being part of this session. It's always a pleasure to be part of your midst. And for those of you who were part of yesterday's session, you would have noticed that we did go through the MOOC portal as well, just to So for most of you that were part of yesterday's session, we give you a glimpse of what to expect on the ICET Robotics M1. So today I'll also go through the M2 of ICET Robotics, just to give you a glimpse of what to expect as well. So I will share what to expect on that. It will seem that I will have to change the venue due to connectivity issues, which is not a problem. Kindly please give me 5 minutes. Mrs. Fenter, do you mind just engaging with the participants while I change the venue due to network connectivity, please?
Sure, no problem. So whilst waiting for Ms. Laupo to rejoin, who attended yesterday? I unfortunately missed yesterday's session. Seems we are all awaiting information for today's session with great anticipation. Has any of you submitted your M1 assignments? You can unmute yourself. Hi, Dr. Ghost.
Hello, everybody.
Melo is just changing venues quickly. He had some connectivity problems.
Yes, our Wi-Fi in the science center suddenly went down, and we've been in the science center the whole day. And I'm on the road already. I'm on the highway. So, oh dear, that's not good. Right, let me just quickly.
You should be joining in another 2 or 3 minutes, or rejoining in another 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, so how many do we have on this call already? Check quickly.
5 plus yourself and Tumelo.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's not like 40, the 50 people that are going to get really mad.
No, small group.
The small group, which is always good. So the point for today's session is really to kind of pull everything together and see how your sensors, your gearing, your power attachments take your robot to the next level. And so actually it's really cool to see a robotics challenge done on M1 level, where there's just plain straightforward navigation. And then on the M2 level, where we have power attachments, we have sensors, we have gearing. And so that's the application. So what Tumelo will be doing today is going through a whole lot of examples of where this is applied. And as I'm saying this, I just need to get through security. Thank you, Ma. I will see you soon. Bye. Lekker, lekker. Bye. All right, that's just through security, and now we're on our road. So the whole purpose of today's session is to go through examples, and I'm hoping everybody's going to contribute to see where power attachments can be used, where sensors can be used, how sensors can be used. And you can pick it up very quickly when you look at competition robots, the robots that have got sensors, the robots that have got really cool power attachments and use gearing. They're kind of like a next level, and this is kind of where we're aiming for. All right, so I've done enough chit chat, and I see Tumelo has joined again. Tumelo, over to you. Tumelo joined. I see Tumelo on the screen.
All right, thank you so much. Can you see my screen?
Yes. The screen's visible and you are audible now.
Excellent. Okay, I'm listening from now onwards. Over to you, Tumelo. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I had to change from the center due to the network connectivity. Network connectivity outside is not nice at all. I won't get any distracted going forward. All right. So, like I said, thank you so much.
Sorry, is the sign center locked?
I locked it. Yes, it's locked.
Okey-dokey. Thank you.
So, as I was saying before I started the presentation, today's session, we're going to be touching on the application of what we've learned the past 2 days. So if you didn't join Tuesday as well as yesterday's session, you might be slightly confused, but I'll make sure that I do clarify some few questions as we go along. All right. Now, here we'll be looking at what is the problem. What is the problem? We are going to watch the video if supplied to gain understanding, gather data, define the verb, which is going to brainstorm, as well as role playing. Going to build structures and some few attachments. Remember last month we looked at the passive attachments as well as the powered attachments. No, the passive attachments, yes. So now the powered attachment, Dr. Host did explain about them yesterday, as well as the gearing. And then I did touch on some few aspects of sensors, the requirements, why, how to attach, and how to use the sensor data. So now we're going to also proceed as well in terms of the movement, describing, identifying the risk and the constraints, the flow control, which is the linear repetition and decision-making of it. As I'm proceeding here, If you do have an EV3 or a Spark Prime robotics set or a software, feel free to also share some few codes with us so that we can do some trial and error. Otherwise, if not, or maybe you're struggling in terms of coding your sensors or your power attachments, so please let us know so that we can go through this with you as well. All right. Now, on Unit 5, which is the incremental approach, here we'll look into dividing the challenge into small parts. And it is important that you make sure what you are trying to achieve, or you know what you are trying to achieve. You define your initial attempt, implement, then test it out. Please note that as you will be trying out your, for example, your goal that you want to achieve, you might come across challenges along the way, meaning that it's a matter of trial and error as you go across. All right. Then you will have to consider modification and you have to improve your approach to this. Now, looking at this video here, this is an application of learning whereby this was done in the WRO 2021 in the Russia Senior Robot. So on this part here, oopsie, let me go back. So here they did look into defining the initial task and looking at what they want to achieve. Then they try it by testing it out and programming it out as well. And then on this part here, this was the 2010 high school learners where they programmed here. I see there's a link. I want to try and see whether will the link work as well and look into this. But I'll proceed so that we'll look into the links later on for you to understand. Is my screen still sharing? Are you seeing the YouTube page? Please confirm.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
No sound on your video, but we can see the screen.
All right, all right. Not a problem in terms of sound. Thank you. You can see here they use the sensor and the black line. They were following the line as well. They used 2 sensors, and this was the NXT robot. This was done 2010. Yeah. And then now, on the 2014 one, oh, I see this thing is still playing in the side. Sorry for that. Yeah. On this one here, it was the 2014 WRO. And this was the regular robot, meaning that turning all deactivated solar panels, which was the challenge. The links are available on YouTube as well. So you can see that they mainly focused on using the color sensor as well. And the nice thing is that with these robots, you are not limited to building only a Riley rover, but you can go more than building a Riley rover. So here you will see that there are sensors, there's a flow, gear, and an attachment. So here, this is what Dr. Host explained to me earlier on, the maze, the touch sensor challenge. So here, I think yesterday I didn't explain on how a touch sensor works, but on the previous day I did indicate how one can program using a touch sensor. So looking at this here, you can see that there are sensors, flow, gear, and attach. But now this is a maze challenge, meaning that they need to go in terms of getting out of that maze or getting to an exit. And there is a start point as well. So with the start touch sensor, one has to ensure that when you program it, you are constantly using the touch sensor. This makes things easier for you in terms of, let's say, for example, you have programmed your robot to move straight. And then if you want it to move to the left, press, and then when you press it, your robot turns. If you want your robot to move forward and to move to the right again, you have to press it, then your robot will move to the right. So it's more about telling what your robot to do, but instead of you putting a wait function, you can just simply put a touch sensor function. And this is one of the challenges that was created as well. And with this one, they used the Riley Rover one. On this one here, they used the EV3 Riley Rover. And the nice thing is that those blue lines, that, for example, if you were to start on the green part, your robot needs to move to the yellow, then turn to the left, then go straight. When it's on the red part, it turns to the right, move forward, just like that. So it's just going straight, left, some few rotations, then it stops. When it gets to the red part, it moves forward. After some few rotations, it turns to the right, it then moves forward. So forward, left, forward, left, forward, right, which is simple. And then with this one here, they mainly focused on the color sensors. Now, when we look at the sensors, the flow, gear, and attach, it is important for one to know why they would like to use, because yes, a touch sensor as well as an electronic sensor, as well as a color sensor. It is important for you to define or to get an exact goal of why you want to go for such sensors. Now with this one, they said make a claw and lift mechanism for your EV3 robot. So now with this one here, there's no video for this. It would have been nice for us to see the video of this, but I'll ask you that you bookmark that so that you can have a look at it. You can even see the views were a lot. This was done in 2015. And then there's this fun one here where it says score you more points in the first Lego League challenge. So there's a variety of resources here. And for those of you who would like to learn more about the touch maze, here is a beautiful table that explains the challenge of application activity. For example, on point number 1, where it says touch maze and there's a YouTube link, you will see that as you are watching that link there, are you required to put in a sensor, flow, or gearing or attachment? So for example, let me go to this link so that you get to understand the requirements. Oh, I see the video is not available anymore. All right, the video is not available anymore, but you would have seen on those other previous slides that I was showing the robotics table and showing different lines with different colors such as green, black, red. So based on the touch maze, one wouldn't need an attachment. Gearing, yes. There's a flow that's taking place. One wouldn't need a touch sensor since they are just programming the robot to move specific rotations and to turn specific rotations. Now let's look at the color sensor one. So this is what I was talking about regarding the maze one. So here, normally you would put your robot here to move forward, then it turns left, then it moves again forward, then it turns right, then it moves forward or turns right. Then it ends there at the green part. or alternatively, you can just use these lines, but you'll notice that this line is closer to the board, meaning that you might experience some few challenges. So I want us to see whether, oh, here they're using the old program, the old EV3 lab program. All right. Oh, they have already programmed that side. Let me see whether I can go back. Because initially I wanted you to see how they were programming it. As I've indicated, in fact, here they also did use a color sensor because they said if it reaches this specific color, it can move, or you can simply say that your robot needs to just move left and right without using a color sensor. But here they also did use it, which is still doable as well. All right, now line follow maze. So these are different links that one can look into, and then you just tick whether did it use a sensor, a flow, gearing, or an attachment. All right. Now on the Unit 5 review, here we look into analyzing the problem, meaning we watch the video and you get some understanding, you gather your data, define the verb, which is moving, or whether using an attachment in terms of whether it's a passive or a powered attachment. So initially, this was for us to get an understanding of what is really taking place in each and every task that was provided. For example, looking at this robotics table here, this was a challenge that was provided, that was a theme was Cargo Connect. So you'll see here, this is the base, and on this base here, they would use a sensor to follow the line, or if not using a sensor, they would even use a passive attachment or a powered attachment as well. So these were this was one of the challenges that was used some, I think 2, if not 3 years ago. So you'd see that the reason why you have to learn more about your color sensor, powered attachments, your passive attachments, is that you can be able to solve some of the problems that are there, particularly in this challenge here. And I see here they are saying, consider the FLL challenge. There are several missions, which is what you just seen. And then in each mission, consider what is required. A good start is the verb, meaning that, and then combine missions for greater efficiency. This was the example of the challenge. Now, it is important that during, for example, looking at this board, you plan strategically. Because remember, each mission has points, and in those points there, you need to ensure that you finish this mission within the exact amount, which can be roughly 2 minutes, 40 seconds. So you need to strategically think whether do you want to start from here at the top, or you want to start below, or start with a specific task, maybe pushing that cargo there. So it is important that you plan and strategize accordingly, meaning you identify the missions that will be easy for you to execute, and knowing that you get estimated points, you complete the program, then you design accordingly. Whether will it need an attachment? Will it need a powered attachment or a passive attachment? Will it need a sensor for you to pass through a specific spot to another one without programming the robot to be moving left, right? And then this was the scoring that was used here. And normally each and every theme or challenge has a scoring sheet. So in the scoring sheet, it will explain that was your equipment inspected? Does it fit properly on the base? And there's also the innovation project module where they will be looking into how you manage to construct a robot as well. So this is based according to the theme that was introduced. All right. Now, this was 2021, 2022 Cargo Connect, and here are some few examples. So for those of you who might be having this Cargo Connect examples and some of the machines you were not able to execute, you can look into the challenges that were there or some few examples that were there. And I think even looking into the superpowered examples that were there, there are some examples that are there as well. So it is good for you to have a look into that. All right. Now, I want to share this part here on the right one. I want to share on the MOOC portal on the M2 so that you get a feel of it and understand what is required. Perfect. All right. So yesterday we did show you how to enroll on the MOOC portal. And yes, we do understand that the system is slightly slow, but it is functional. So can I see by the raise of hands or thumbs who has managed to enroll on the MOOC portal? All right. I only see one hand. All right, and then some did not yet. All right. Before I proceed here on the MOOC portal, do we have any questions? Well, please feel free to raise your hand. I know that it might be a bit confusing since majority did not enroll on the M1 portal. Remember, this is a continuous session based from Tuesday and also from last month as well. Any questions? All right. Perhaps I'll just ask individually so that I can know the sense of how we are going and how we can tailor this accordingly. Can I ask Ms. Nomsa Zita, any progress on your side? Any clarification? Nomsa Zita or N?
Hi, Dumelo.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes. Last year we have actually enrolled on a MOOC with Tumi from Tembisa Khatlamping and Tesha King.
All right.
So I remember, is it last month where you said, or was it January where you said, I think the portal will change for MOOC, so we have to redo it.
You have to?
Is it we have to redo it like MOOC? Is it M1?
So I think when I said you have to redo it, it was because you did not complete the M1 2024 portfolio and even get your marks, correct?
Yeah, I think we were on, was it M? Yes. No, we haven't. We haven't finished it. Actually, it was 4 of us.
Okay. So initially, what happened is from late last year, the site was being migrated into a new site. And for those of you who were part of the old MOOC Sakai, which
Yes.
was the same one, similar to this one, the thing is, those contents have been
Yes.
upgraded, and you will have to create a new account on the new portal.
Okay. All
Yes.
right.
So
Okay.
unfortunately, if you were registered on that other portal there,
Yes.
and you want to log in on this new one, it wouldn't allow you because this is a new website which will require you to create your new login details there.
All right.
Yeah.
I can see there's also somebody from our NPO, Yandile. I think it's Yandile. He is there. Also, maybe we'll give you the same answer because we did it with the team.
All right. And
Yeah.
you, majority of you did not complete the M1 course, correct?
Yeah, because it was towards I think it was middle December towards there.
All right.
Yeah.
It makes sense now. So I'm also trying to share my screen here so that I can, let me see. Yeah, let me share my screen.
Okay.
So what you do is that you go to the Google tab.
Yes.
Once on the Google tab, you type MOOC UNISA. Once you've typed MOOC UNISA, here where it says home UOL UNISA, which is the mooc.unisa.ac.za, you click on that site.
Yes.
And once you click on that site, it will take you to the home page or the landing page of the MOOC portal. But I see that it's still slow even now. I think it's slower than yesterday, which is a bit disappointing.
Okay. No, it's fine. We'll try it with the team on probably Monday because we're going to have a class. So yes, we'll try and see if we can go through.
But I think I do have a presentation of the MOOC. Let me quickly just go through this. Yes, I have it. Let me share the screen. Share. You can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
So you need to now use that screen. All right. I mean, that link,
Okay.
I'm saying screen. You need to use that link. So I suggest that you take screenshots or just pictures of this so that you can have a full understanding. So once you go to your Google tab and you type mooc.unisa, or go to your Google tab and simply type MOOC UNISA.
Yes.
And then this will be your landing page. All right. The first tab that you see, which is home UOL / or hyphen UNISA. That's the one that you need to click on. After clicking on that site, this will be the landing page. It will look exactly like this. All right.
Okay.
Now you'll see that arrow it's pointing on at login. Can you see that?
Yes.
So once you click on that link that says login, which will be this on your top right, you are going to come across these 3 pages. But I'm going to first explain on the first page that you're seeing. The first page that you're seeing says, are you a registered UNISA student or UNISA staff member? So you will say no. Once you click on no, the middle page will appear. Once the middle page appears, you are going to go to the second, you are going to scroll down and go where it says, is this your first time here? For full access to this site, you first need to create an account. Then you are going to click create new account. once you have clicked on create new account, the last page that you're seeing there, which says new account and it shows some red signs, you are going to include, let's say, for example, your name is Dumelo. You're going to say Dumelo123. That will be your username. You put in your password, your email address that you normally use or that you prefer using. You are going to verify your email address, put in your first name, last name, city, and town. Once you're done, before create my new account, please take a screenshot so that all the details that are there, you will be able to still remember them, particularly the username and the password. All right. Once that's done, you'll get a verification email. So there'll be a verification email saying that please confirm that you used this email address to log into the portal. All right. So
Okay.
once that's done, now you click on verify. Once you verify, the middle page will appear. You will have to click on username and password to log in. Once you log in, this will be, once you log in, there will be a tab, depending whether you're using a cell phone or a computer. Once you log in, this will be your home page. It will greet you the way it does here on my site. Looking at that area there, you are going to click on home. Once you click on home, you are going to scroll down looking for available courses. Then you'll click on ICET Robotics M1 2025. Once you're there, it will ask you to self-enrollment. Then you click on enrollment, and then voila, you're part of the ICET Robotics M1 community.
Yeah, it looks different from the old one, but
Yes, it is.
yeah, I think we'll get it right.
Yeah, but if you are not getting it right, you can simply send an email so that I can assist on that regard. You can just send your screenshots as well to say that this is where I'm stuck, what needs to be done from this step, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Dumelo.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, I'm going through the platform. Mahau, anything on your site? Any forms of clarity, perhaps? Have you also logged into the portal? Are you understanding where we're going? Buitatelo on your site? Jaden, how's it going on your site? Anyone, ladies and gents? Mrs. Fenter, I assume that you finished your M1. Yes, I see your hand is up.
I finished my M1. On teacher profile, I accessed M2, but on my normal profile as a student, I cannot access M2. I don't see it.
You said on the teacher profile you can see it, but on
my student profile, I cannot see it.
Okay. So you said on the teacher profile you can see it, meaning that you have that edit mode on or off, I assume. All right, Jaden.
I think you must add M2 onto your other profile. See whether you can add it.
You mean in terms of self-enrollment?
Yeah. If Ms. Fenter goes onto her own profile, her worker profile, and goes and say select courses, you should be able to get to M2. It has been unhidden. It's a skeleton at the moment. We are finalizing our QA, our MCQs, but that should be available by Monday. And then, but there is a shell available, so you can start perusing the Moodle site. Thank you.
But unfortunately, the site is not opening because when I try to open the MOOC portal, it's not friendly. It's slow, number one. Number two, it seems to not be functional. Can you see my screen there, Dr. Host?
M2 was revealed to students last night, so it's showing on my system as unhidden and not hidden. Not hidden anymore.
Yes, but
so yeah.
but the MOOC portal in general, it's not seems to be
totally
functional. Yes,
okay,
it seems to be slow. So
all right, so not M2, just the MOOC portal in total.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
That's why I was not able to share the portal on the site. I was sharing it from my presentation.
All right.
So,
thank you so much, Tamela. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And to our participants, I apologize for that. I think I will have to send to our technical team for them to look into it so that such sessions are a bit practical for you to understand as well. All right. Do you have any other last questions before we close the session? All right, I see we don't have any questions. Please ensure that you familiarize yourself with our email address. And if you do have, or if you are experiencing any technical issues, you let us know, and then we'll certainly take it from there. All right. This was M2, the live online learning session. And I think this is a close for now. I want to close for us, Dr. House.
Thank you very much, Tamela, for your presentation. And thank you to everybody who participated, and for those who are listening to our recordings, thank you very much. We will be doing practical sessions soonest, and we'll inform you of that. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
All right. And I hope that tomorrow the site will be well and ready for the Friday Q&A online session so that it's easier for me to explain some of the contents. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.